Hello and welcome to another breakout session. This is breakout session number 59. Today we're going to learn how to count a simple 12-bar blues progression and how to change keys real quick. So before I get started, I want to say hi to all the members of the Guitar League out there around the country that might be watching, and hope that if you haven't already, if you'd please subscribe to my channel, hit the little bell, hit the little like button, and anybody else out there watching, if you do the same thing, I sure appreciate it. Okay, let's get right into it. This should be a big breakthrough for kind of beginners. This is more of a beginner class today, okay? So there's 3 documents down in the description that you should stop now and print out so that you'll know what I'm talking about. One of the documents is the common chords that are played together in each key, and it has the little fingering of what finger to put where when you do it. And it also has numbers above the top of the page, has Roman numeral numbers that you'll see later, why that's there. Number two is a chord chart of the harmonic scales. In other words, all the chords in each key. And that has Roman numerals above it too. It has the Nashville numbers above it. So that's every key, flats, sharps, they're all there. Okay, and then the last document that you'll have is just a simple counting out of 12-bar blues. It's in E, but there should be little numbers above the chords too. And we'll explain that. There's a lot of numbers in music, but the good news is there's not a lot of math. Okay, so there's numbers in chord extensions, like C7s and C9s and, whatever chord you want, a C major 7, the numbers used to designate a chord extension. So that's one way of using it. Then there's numbers like, let's take a scale, a simple C scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and that can also be identified in numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? So there's numbers there. And then there's Nashville numbers. You'll see on the page that shows all the chords in every key, you'll see the numbers above them, and they're in Roman numerals. So let's pretend that we are, today we are going to be studio musicians, okay? So we're in Nashville and we're in the studio, and I have a dog drinking a gallon of water over here. We're in Nashville now. Let's go to Nashville. And we're in the studio. And the songwriter comes in first, let's say, and he brings a new song that we've never heard, and he plays the song for us, either with a tape or, on a musical instrument he plays. And one of the leaders of the studio musicians is going to chart that out, it's called. They're going to write it all down so that all the musicians know what to play. And this song happens to be in the key of E, but the lead guy that writes the chart, he doesn't put the letter E down, he puts the Roman numeral numbers, the Nashville numbers down. So then next, the artist comes in the room and the musicians play the song for the artist, and the artist goes, that's in E, but could we, maybe it needs to be just a little bit higher, could we go to F? And so they don't have to rewrite the chart with the chord names on it. They just use the same Roman numeral numbers, and they know what the 1 chord is, the 4 chord, the 5 chord, the 6 chord in the key of F. So they can just play it immediately without changing anything. So we're going to learn a little bit about that today. And we're going to learn the real basic how to count a 12-bar blues. And 12-bar blues is really the basis for so much music in the Western world. It just depends on how you're playing that form. If you play it with a shuffle beat, excuse me, you're playing like a blues or a rock and roll thing. Excuse me just a second. If you play with an alternating bass note, you could be playing a country song, a folk song, a bluegrass song. So the tempo and the strumming is what changes it, but the basic format stays the same. It could have less bars. It could be an 8-bar song, or a 10-bar song, or crazy things like the old blues guys. They'd play 12 bars one time around, they'd play 13 the next time around, 9. It didn't matter to them, okay? But it's the basic form. So what you want to do is learn how to count out that form and learn how to change the change the chord on time. Now, I know that new guitar players, just learning, beginners, struggle with being able to move from one chord to another. So that's why this exercise is great for you, and you'll see as we go along why this is the perfect thing. So let's just show you first, okay? Let's count. I'll show you how to count it. We're going to play it at a very slow tempo. Obviously, it would be nice if you had a metronome that you can start off with a slow tempo and then increase it. Okay, but we're just going to go with my tempo today. So I'm going to count you in. We're going to do a 12-bar blues in E that you have the chart for, okay? So I'm going to count you in. I'm going to go. And remember to tap your foot to the beat too. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 9, 2, 3, 4, 10, 2, 3, 4, 11, 2, 3, 4, 12, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 9, 2, 3, 4, 10, 2, 3, 4, 11, 2, 3, 4, 12, 2, 3, 4. So you get the idea there, okay? You could start really slow and practice changing. So you're counting this out loud right now and you're tapping your foot. If you continue to do this and over and over and over and over again, I'm not really, when I do this, I'm not counting like that in my head. The count is in my head. That's what you want to do. You want to get the count in your head so you can hear it and you can hear the chord change coming before it comes. And if you learn what chord is coming next, it's an easy change. Plus, there's a million videos out there. You want to learn how to change chords without too much movement, and a lot of times you want to leave anchor fingers down where you're not even moving your finger. Okay? So, here's what I want you to do. I want you to practice that 12-bar blues over and over and over and over till you feel really comfortable making that change in that chord progression. Okay? And once you get that down, then I want you to pick another. I would stick with the caged chords, the cowboy chords. I would pick another chord from I gave you a chart of chords that has like 6 chords on it, I think, 5 or 6 chords on it for each scale. The most common chords. And there's a 1, a 4, and a 5 is the first 3 chords in each one of those charts. Okay? So I would then go to, let's say, a G scale and learn to play the same thing and learn to make the change on time in the key of G. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, Okay, so, you know, then once you get the G format down, go to the C format and learn the changes, because in music, a lot of times those chords are going to be in a song and they're going to change in the song. Okay, so like that was a 12-bar blues type format, and we weren't necessarily playing any kind of blues shuffle, we were just playing it straight. So once you get that part down, then you can change the right hand, you can change the rhythm a little bit as you get more experience. But what we're trying to get you to do is learn to be able to make the simple changes, chord changes, smoothly on time. Okay? And if you keep counting that out like I do, eventually you won't have to count that. It will be in your head and you will automatically hear the change coming and know where to go. Okay, so then let's see. So those are like 1, 4, 5 progressions, and it's a 12 bar. But like, let's say for instance, once you get that down, you want to do another progression. Then there's a song like Wagon Wheel, which is a 1, 5, 6, 4 progression in the key of G, and it's an 8-bar format. So it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is a progression in the key of G with the 1, the 5, the 6, and the 4 chord. So you'll see once you get this down, you'll see when you start looking at songs, that's how they go. You know, and you can use those Nashville numbers. So if you had to change the key, you know, from the key of G to another key, you'd be able to have that in your brain, how to do that. You know what chords go in what scales. So I hope this really helped you here. I taught a class recently of beginning people, and I thought that this part of it that I came up with, I think was the biggest breakthrough for them, because they were starting to learn the chords, but they didn't know how to change from one to another. But this gives you, it's like an exercise, but it's actually like music too. So it's not boring to do it. So you can do it over and over and over and over again. And it's not just an exercise. You're doing several things at the same time. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to see you in the next video, and everybody be safe out there. It's holiday time out here, so happy holidays to everybody, and see you in the next video.